Hello everybody and welcome to my 14th Advanced Excel tutorial, and this tutorial is going to show you how to use array formulas in order to count how many records there are with more than one criteria. So normally you just use a count if, so you'd highlight this range and do count if the range equals London or something, but if you want to then add in and it also equals January, then you're going to struggle. So array formulas is just a way of getting around this. So I'm going to just start writing it because that's probably the easiest way to explain it. So we're going to put equals and then we're going to put sum. So I know I said we're going to count it, but you still put sum. And then in order to actually sum it up, there's another thing you have to do after you've counted it. So I'll show you how to do count first, and just follow along. And it will make sense in the end. So open bracket, and then we want to put our range that we're comparing against. So we want to put these values, and we want to say when they're equal to January. Close brackets, and then we want to put a times in. So you put times, and then you put. We also want when this array equals to London, and then we want to close off the sum bracket, and that is it. So this is going to count all of the how many times both this side equals January and this side equals London. So we should get a value of 1, 2, 3. So we'll press Control Shift and Enter, and it's saying that I've put an error in, and it's because I haven't put in my final parentheses. So close that off, and then Control Shift and Enter, and then you'll notice it's come through as a value of 3. So this might look pretty intimidating at the moment, but all you've got to remember for count is that you have to put it all in a sum, and then you have to have the multiple criteria, and so you'll have the column you're looking at, and you can't just highlight the whole column, it does have to be arranged like this, equals something, and then you put a times if you want it to be and you put a plus if you want it to be or, and then you put your next one, and then you can put in as many as you want. So we can also let's put another one in, so times, and then over here, and I've missed out my bracket, times C2 to 14 equals 100, close bracket, Control Shift and Enter, and then that's only going to show 1 because I've only got 1 where it equals January and London and 100. If I put in or, so I'll make this a bit simpler by getting rid of the 100. So if I put in a plus here and make it or, Control Shift and Enter, you notice it's going to have 10. So it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for counting, it's not amazingly useful when you haven't got an and. But let's say we put in an and there, and then put in. We copy this and put or London, and then change the London to New Delhi. Control Shift and Enter, then that's going to show 4 because it's also finding a January for New Delhi as well. So this is saying it's got to be January, but B2 to B14, that can be London or New Delhi. So that's how you use an array formula to count with multiple criteria. I'm just going to show you one more thing before I move on to how you do sums in the next tutorial. And that is just I want to be able to show you how you take out these and you would drag your formulas along. So we don't want to have January here, we actually want to reference this cell. We always want it to reference the column above it because we're going to drag this formula across, but it always needs to be row 2, so let's put our $sign in there. And then B4 to B12 always needs to be, B2 to B14 always needs to be the same, and A2 to A14 always needs to be the same. And then Control-Shift-Enter, and then when we drag this across, it's going to give us all of our answers for months. So it's just the same as how you'd use normal formulas. Instead of having your criteria here, you'd just substitute it out with a value like so. And then that just lets you drag your formulas across, and it's also letting me drag it down there. Except it hasn't worked because I haven't done Control-Shift-Enter. So just remember to always do your Control-Shift-Enter. There you go. As you can see, now I have a table that is summing it up for all of these, and it's dynamic. So as you change these, it will also change on the opposite side. So if I change that, you'll notice that July has gone down. For London, it hasn't gone up for New York because I spelled New York wrong, but if I put that in, and then it's gone up then. So that's how you use count in array formulas, and in the next tutorial I'm going to show you how you would use the array formulas to do a sum. So thanks for listening, and I hope to